Imagine sailing 3,200 nautical miles and dropping the hook late at night in Martinique, a little French island in the Eastern Caribbean. What goes on the morning after? Well, we're going to show you exactly what we get up to after an Atlantic crossing.
All right, it's the morning. This is where we anchored. We anchored pretty far out when we came into the bay here because it was really dark. We had seen some fish traps, buoys and stuff, so just wanted to be safe and drop the hook as far out as we could, and it was very, very calm. We fell asleep pretty much right away, so that was amazing. It's like the farthest one out. Look at all the solar panels on top.
God, I'm not strong. I haven't lifted anything in, oh my God, 25 days.
Well, we've been pulling lines and stuff.
About 90 pounds. That seriously feels so much heavier.
Travis has washed down the boat. I've done a clean on the inside here. We've got trash ready to go, of course. We actually have 2 bags for the 24.5 days, which is pretty good, I think. Got laundry all ready to go as well. Some of our sheets, cushion covers, blankets, things like that. Done a good clean in here. Disinfected everything. And then once we grab a cup of coffee here, we're just going to make an espresso on board. We'll pick a new spot in the Anchorage. We're going to move in closer and find our friends.
We're finding a spot next to our buddy boat over there who made it in a couple of days before us.
Time to check the anchor.
After saying hello to them, we got ourselves all checked in and getting some dirty laundry out of the way as our first errand. And then we'll head across the bay to run some more.
Hold on to this.
Travis is just showing Steve all of the intricacies of her boat. Anytime somebody comes, Travis shows them all the things. We're gonna get going once we're done chatting.
Always something.
What is that, 2 nautical miles, you think?
Yeah, I think it's 2 knots. 2 nautical miles. Chelsea and the girls are going to stay.
We've been traveling with our Australian friends on Rewild since we were in the Mediterranean. We met them back in Ibiza and have covered quite a number of miles with this crew.
Thanks, Zaya.
Gallons.
Hey girls, say hi.
3 weeks, I think.
This is Zaya and this is Waverly. Who's this guy?
I would ride 14 hours a day.
Yeah.
But the next year,
And then
I
there's
physically
Ted
couldn't
up
have
there.
2 nautical miles over in Le Marin is where the chandleries and grocery stores are, and we're thankful we could catch a ride with Steve. We'll explain why in just a moment.
All right, so we just made it on shore here, and our friend Steve's just over at our rigging place sorting some stuff out. But our first and foremost matter of business will be getting a replacement prop for our dinghy outboard.
So we can get to and from.
Yeah, because you're only making do until you're not making do.
Now that we're in the Caribbean again, we dinghy much further and a lot longer, so we got to get our dinghy up to spec again.
There was some hub inside the propeller that sheared off as a result of multiple groundings that we've done over the past 3 years, and it completely sheared off when we were in La Linea. Was it La Linea? Palmona, Spain. So around Gibraltar area, we were dinghying through this cut, and there were sandbars everywhere, and we knew we hit the ground, and that's when it stopped working. So a little research after, we realized that that's what sheared off. So he tapped and died with pinch screws, and that held us up from then till now. Limited dinghying, obviously, because we didn't do too much outside of the Canaries. We had the crossing, and then now we're here trying to use the dinghy, and of course it doesn't work. Yeah, so we ended up just getting groceries and going to every single one of the boat stores there, and a couple of them did have the prop, but it was like, what, triple
170
the
euros.
price? 178 euros one place was.
And we found them in the States for like 50 bucks. So,
Yeah, so
that's
we'll
too
just-
much difference.
Yeah, we'll just wait till we hop to St. Martin where we can get things shipped in easier and get it there. So for now, we'll first jump in the water and cool off, and then grab a bite to eat, and then Travis is going to try tinkering with the makeshift prop thing that we got going on, see if we can fix it one more time just to limp us to St. Martin, because we're obviously going to need it when we're in St. Martin too.
I've got an idea to fix it. Again, I'm going to like tap and die, but instead of tapping and dying where it pinches that inner like
It's like
the inner sheave or the inner hub. I'm just going to drill through that hub so it physically can't spin at all. This is the inner spline. There's like a rubber bushing that eventually slips if you hit ground with it enough times. Then it's no longer sealed to the outside. So I tried this, which I tried just to pinch the inner one, but now it's slipping again and I can't tighten these ones up anymore. So now I went right off, and now I drilled straight through the inner spline, and I tapped the inner one. So I'm going to do 3 of them again, and then it definitely won't slip because now I'll have tapped through this one. I only have that much meat to grab, but 3 points of that shouldn't go anywhere. And then I'll just cut these off.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed, because we're not spending 220 Canadian.
More than that, 180 plus 90. 270, is that what you said? 270 Canadian.
Something like that.
Yeah, ridiculous.
That's too much. But I tapped and dyed it, and then I just cut the screws off so it's a lot cleaner. And then I'm going to paint this up anyways. But you can see, I can't quite see with GoPro, but in there, see the bolt goes through inner sheath. All 3 of them. So this inner spline is now attached to the actual prop. And I think that'll work.
It's gotta work.
Like, for now. Because you do want the safety. If you start burning through like sand or you bottom it out, you'll potentially ruin the gearbox in the boat. But for now, that's all we can do because I'm not spending that much money. So that's what it is.
We've also just decorated our little Christmas nook over here. Just in time. Got our little tree. And the top of the Christmas tree is just a piece of my grandparents' big chandelier from when I was a kid. Thought that was the perfect little topper for our tree. A little bit of home. And then whenever Travis is ready here, we're gonna head out and test out the dinghy, see if the prop fix will get us from A to B. And then you're just looking at the block that broke when we were on the crossing, our Vang block, right?
The little pin that was in here broke, so I'm seeing if I can, I don't know, somewhat fix it, because I don't want to buy a new one because it won't match that one or that one, and that would bug me. And I don't want to buy all new stuff.
No. Well, this is a place, because we're going to head into a more remote Anchorage for Christmas with our friends over there. So we're going to do one more boot into town, given that the dinghy is all good, the propeller.
I feel like the propeller's spot on. I went right through that inner sleeve, so I think it'll work.
All right, because you've got quite a distance. Way
It might have a
back
little
there.
bit of vibration, but at least it'll get us there.
Or might just go numb a little bit.
Yeah.
From the ride.
We're gonna test out this dinghy. We're getting in with Travis's optimism here without turning it on first.
I'm 100% on my fixes.
Obviously, we got to do a little diesel run here. Yeah, his 90%, or what was it, like 95% turned into 100% real quick. All right, she's on.
She's on.
Throttle her up.
Right away. It works. It was slipping last time, so.
Woohoo! Works! For now.
Yeah, a little vibrating.
Definitely nice being back at a place that we're familiar with, because we know where all of the dinghy docks are to get places the most quickly and efficiently. A very different sort of feel to being back in a place that we've been to before, where when we were last here, everything was very new. We were in our first year of cruising, and there's so much excitement of go, 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 and just wondering what was next. Whereas now we have the time to really enjoy it, if that makes sense, and kind of slow down in a way.
Before, it was so much fun to just see as much as we could.
We're
Let's see it. And then once
Yeah.
we got to Grenada, it was like, oh, it's hot. Well, let's go to Europe. And it's like, let's see it. We did spend time coming up, but now it's like, we know everything. And it's like, okay, let's just chill. We've seen it.
And it's not like the excitement's gone. It's just like a different type of excitement, knowing that if we don't find something at one particular island, for example, we know where to best find it or where we could find it. So it's just being a little bit more familiar and, I guess, experienced.
They're open today.
What day is it? Oh, it's Saturday. Yeah. So yeah, maybe that's something that we forgot about. The hours are a little bit different here, so I guess we're not going to the lighting store that Travis wanted to check out, and we were gonna go. Where are we going now then?
I guess we'll just go get fuel and then.
Fuel in the hardware store, I think. And I think another thing that we noticed, at least I did personally, arriving in Martinique, was that I thought that everything looked a lot smaller than I remember it being. You felt that way?
Yeah, when we first came here a couple years ago, it was like, whoa, it's so big compared to everything we were used to the previous year.
Because the islands that we had come from before Martinique, the last time, they were all smaller, and this was a big island in comparison. But now, obviously, having come from Europe, where it's a lot busier, everything's a lot bigger, it's just a totally different feel.
Where's that bakery?
Yeah, there's a bakery over there.
Or is this front one?
Trying to find this bakery that we went to the last time we were here.
Oh, you want to go?
Yeah, it's open. The last time we were here, it was just over 2 years ago. And not much has changed, I don't think. In terms of, yeah, a couple new shops. A few more things are open because it's not, the pandemic anymore. I've got low. Is it open? I don't think.
I don't know. But I'd say that would be our biggest bonus right now is we don't have to wear a mask out in open because it's in the heat. Oh, brutal.
That was not fun. Okay, wait, I remember they didn't like us filming at this bakery when we went in because we were so excited to see all the pastries and stuff, and I was trying to film and the lady was like, no. Yeah, I think it was right here. Okay, never mind. Maybe that bakery is no longer there. Huh. I was kind of looking forward to having a croissant or a pain chocolat, but we're at the hardware store.
And the last errand before we can leave this anchorage is the fuel dock to replenish what we used on the crossing on those motor days.
We're melting here. It's a one pump system here, like a one at a time sort of thing.
Yeah, the pump's not, I guess, powerful enough to be pumping multiple pumps.
One thing we're getting back used to is the island time of things.
Chill and slow.
And dripping in the process.
Hang out and sweat.
In paradise.
We decided to treat ourselves with a can of Coke. We don't normally drink pop. The only time we'll buy pop is for a crossing. So Travis went and bought a bunch of 7-Up.
It's a research pop.
7-Up and Pepsi and Coke, and none of them in Spain tasted the same. Like, it said it was made with sugar. Like, it's not like we got, like, zero stuff or whatever. It just didn't taste the same. Like, the beginning tasted the same. The end had, like, a sweetener aftertaste, even though it was sugar.
Yeah.
So someone was super disappointed.
Yeah. Because I would do, like, a little treat, like, super late at night. I would just have a pop for, like, a bit of a sugar kick and a buzz, and, like, okay, cool. But, yeah, it just was so turned off Coke, so we had to get we just had to test to see if it's
a pass.
It's bad. It's
One
like,
thing that's actually cheaper here than in mainland Spain, because it's like, well, I guess in Spain they had the whole like sugar costs more. It seemed like
Yeah.
sugary stuff always costs more.
well, I like
this-
Pepsi better, but I just need to test if it's different. Like the pop is the same here.
Canadians, we call it pop. I wonder if anybody else, like outside of Canada, calls it pop. Like soda is in the States, right? What do Australians call it again? What did they say they called it? Soft drink.
It's so hot.
Yeah. Warm.
And we figured we've got a pretty slow ride with all the diesel cans with us, so we figured we'd have a treat.
We got about as fast as a ride is when our prop blew. This is how fast we can go, even slower than this actually. So
Travis is melting.
I'm sweating. Felt these.
Oh. Jealous, I didn't bring a bathing suit top.
Plus I gotta pee.
The resort's kind of like the halfway, and then we've got to go all the way over there where all those boats are in the back. I will just wait.
Just dip your butt in it.
No, I'll wait. Okay. Tougher than you are. Here. Or maybe I'm acclimating quicker than you are. I don't know.
Now that we've gotten all the errands done, it's time to start Anchorage hopping. Join us next week when we start bouncing from one scenic Anchorage to the next. Let us know your favorite spots in the area. We'd love to hear your recommendations in the comments below, and we'll see you in our next episode.